welcome back to my channel. I know I just posted, but I'm filming again because I wanted to make a Halloween costume idea video. And I can't do that like on Halloween because that'd be kind of stupid. Like, I know it is Halloween. It's better to do it before Halloween. I think that makes sense. I feel like I don't need to explain that a lot. Yeah, so I have a couple ideas. I think I counted like at least 12. I kind of forgot, but it's okay. So basically, I think the order in this video makes sense to me. I'm gonna go in like a kind of like an easier to more like difficult, I guess, costumes. And then like at the end there'll be some like specific characters, because I know for some people like me, Halloween is like a great time to like cosplay as all the characters that you wish you could, but you can't because it's not socially acceptable, I guess. I'm not gonna tell you guys what I'll be for Halloween. You'll have to just look at my Instagram later on to find out. But so yeah, I have a few ideas. We'll start out with the like easier ones. So the first few ones are more like makeup based, and I feel like you can kind of wear, I don't know if I'd say wear anything, but like you can wear a lot of different stuff with it, so it's not as difficult to find like a costume. That's why I put them at the beginning. I think that makes sense. So my first one is a zombie. Spoiler alert, most of these are kind of like, I don't know if I want to say generic Halloween costumes. You can make them really cool, I promise. I'm not going to be doing outfits for these. I'm just going to be showing Pinterest examples. I don't want to do makeup for these because they're like kind of difficult, and I don't want to waste my makeup on like a 20-minute video. So my first one is a zombie. I feel like this one can be pretty easy. Like I said, it's like makeup based. When I think of zombies, I know sometimes they have like green skin. You can do that if you want. I feel like there's lots of different types of zombie you can like copy from, but I think like veins, I don't know how to explain it other than to show a picture, so I'll do that in a second. But like veins, kind of bloody, like maybe at the mouth, because like zombies like eat people. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about the makeup, but for the outfit, I feel like you could wear almost anything. Like, I feel like when I think of zombies, I think of like ripped and distressed things. So like ripped jeans or shorts, like a distressed tank top or something. I feel like that ripped and distressed like clothing really goes into like a zombie. It's like disheveled and stuff. I don't know. I'll show some pictures on the screen. Okay, so this next one, I don't know if I'd consider it a costume because I don't know what exactly you'd wear with it, but I wanted to put it anyway because it's like kind of Halloween. It's a skeleton. I feel like skeleton makeup is kind of hard to do, but I feel like people can do it really well sometimes. And I feel like you can kind of wear anything. Like, again, I said I was on the fence about doing this because it's not exactly a costume. Because like a skeleton costume is like all the bones and stuff. But like, I wanted to include it anyway because it's like Halloween, so I'll put some pictures on the screen. So the next one is an angel. And I feel like this one, again, these are all like generic, but I feel like some people can make them so cool. Like, I mean like with styling, you know what I mean? Like, don't just wear like a white shirt or something, you know? I mean, I guess you could do that if you wanted, but it wouldn't be as interesting. So I put angel. I know I said in my last video I had like angel outfit. I'm not going to show that again because I don't want to. I'm too lazy. But I feel like this one is quite simple because everybody, or at least I think everyone, owns a little bit of white clothing or a little bit of black clothing. Again, I feel like this one can go either way, like darker or lighter. The one that I did in my last video was white. I could probably do a darker version too if I wanted. But I feel like it's just such a cool costume, and I feel like you can go a lot of different ways with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many cool clothes. And again, I put this one with the you can wear like anything because you kind of can. Like, I mean, you don't have to stick to like black or white to be like in the angel costume. It's just like usually what people do. But like, there really is not a lot of limits with this one, and you don't even have to have the wings if you don't want to. I think all the pictures that I have wings because, you know, angels are typically pictured with wings, but it's personal choice. I feel like that's the cool thing about Halloween is you can do whatever you want. That's why I love Halloween. So Oh yeah, I feel like this can also be a really cool like duo costume. I feel like a lot of these you could do it with a friend or whatever. But I feel like it'd be cooler if like one of you was like a light angel and the other one was like a dark angel. Like if your aesthetic is more like lighter and theirs is like darker. I don't know. I just think that'd be really cool. I'm not being an angel for Halloween, maybe next year. Because I do really like these like costumes. They're really pretty. Wonder if there's anything else, because this one's like my favorite one, so I feel like I had something else I wanted to add. Yeah, like I said, I feel like you can literally do like anything with these. You know? Like I'm looking at my little example picture, that's why I keep looking down. But again, you can do like all sorts of things with that. I feel like I've said that like 18 times, but I really mean it. I guess I'll give some examples. Like some like jewelry things that I think of when I think of angels. I think of like pearls, because they're like white. And then if you wanted to do like the darker angel, you could do like a... Why am I blanking? Like darker pearls? I think they come in black, right? Or like stones. I'm thinking of the... Of course, I'm thinking of Vivienne Westwood. But the like three strand like pearl necklace with like the Vivienne orb in the middle. You can get that in like the white pearls, or you can get it in like, I don't remember what stone it was, but it was like a black stone. It kind of looked like a pearl. I feel like I love this costume. You can just do anything with it, low key. So I'll put a bunch of examples on the screen. The next one I probably should have done first because it is more like makeup based, but I put a doll. And again, you can go a lot of different ways with this. I have like a kind of a variety of like inspo pictures. I thought of this. Most of my ideas for these videos, they come to me at like night when I'm falling asleep, and I was like, oh, you could do like a doll. Like you could do makeup of all the like joints, because you know the dolls, you can see the like joints where they like bend and stuff. You could do that. You could do, I mean, I guess, yeah, I was gonna give another example, but that's all I'm thinking of. You could do like the joints. You could have like cracks, because dolls get old, they crack. I'm thinking like the porcelain ones. Yeah, I feel like, again, you can kind of wear like almost anything you want for this, but when I picture it, I usually picture it as like something very like feminine and like poofy, like a baby doll dress or something. But like I said, you can kind of go like a lot of different directions with this. You can do more of like a sweet one, or like a creepy one. I think my examples are mostly like not that scary. But I feel like, again, you can go a lot of different ways with this. That's why I like these types of costumes. So I'll put my little examples on the screen. So my next example is like a mermaid or a siren. I feel like they, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not an expert, they kind of look similar, I hope. I hope I'm right in saying that, but if I'm not, it's okay. But like under the sea vibes, you know what I mean? And I feel like this one's also kind of more makeup based, but it does have like a, I don't know if I'd say guideline for the costume, but like things that people typically do. Like I think like shells, pearls, like glittery makeup. I'm gonna put a picture of like makeup and then an outfit and then both, I think. But like I feel like this is really, I don't know if I want to say simple. It is kind of simple, but I say simple in the way that like you can do it in a lot of different ways. Like it's not a costume that has to be done like one way. That's, I think, why I did this video, is because a lot of these costumes are like, they can do a lot, you know? I keep like talking with my hands. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, you can do like glittery makeup. I think what I would do for this costume is I would do like glittery like blue makeup, make it real shiny and stuff. I would wear like pearls. I don't have any accessories or something with like shells. But like sparkly, like blues and whites. I feel like that'd be really pretty. So I'll put, oh yeah, I forgot to, before I put my pictures up, I forgot to say, all of these costumes, actually maybe not all of them, most of them are like, I know I'm showing all like girls as reference pictures, but like guys can do them too. It just probably would look a little different, you know? Like I feel like there could, like, guys could do this well, like with the makeup and stuff. Their outfit would probably look a little different, but I just wanted to put that out there because I kind of forgot that I was going to say that. Because I don't know who my audience is, like who watches these. I just thought I'd throw that out there because I don't want to have anybody watch this and be like, why is there no examples for guys? I just forgot to include them. You can do what you want. I feel like, again, that's the cool thing about Halloween. You can do whatever you want. Okay, now I will put my pictures on the screen. I feel like my next one is also kind of like sea themed, question mark. It's a pirate. I actually thought of this one. This was one of my first ideas for this video because I got a corset a while ago and I was playing around with it and I was like, wow, I kind of look like a pirate. And I feel like that's, again, you don't need a corset to be a pirate. I just feel like it's very pirate-esque if you style it a certain way, you know what I mean? Like big poofy sleeves and like corset, I don't know. I just think it's cool. So again, I feel like this can be done in a variety of ways. You can lean more feminine, more masculine, mix of both. I feel like it's just a cool costume. And again, I feel like there's no like rule for this, you know what I mean? Like it tends to have like similar features like poofy sleeves, and you can have a pirate hat if you want. But I feel like it's very cool. So I have an example that's like more feminine and one that's like a little more masculine, but it is a girl. Again, I said that already. I didn't really include any examples that like are pictures of guys. At least I don't think so. But again, you can wear whatever you want for Halloween. It's the best holiday. So I'll put my little pictures on the screen. So the next one I had was like a jester or like a clown. I know they're not the same. I know they're like different. But I wanted to kind of group them in together because they share like similar attributes. I feel like with a costume for these ones, you'd have a lot of similar things like maybe like a ruffly collar or something, like stripes. I don't remember what that print is called. The like diamond print, like Argyle? I think it's Argyle. But I feel like this can also go a lot of ways. You can lean more like dark or more colorful. Because again, I feel like, again, there's no rules. You can do it many different ways. It's been done many different ways. Like I think I have a couple more colorful examples and then ones that are more dark. This can be either like really elaborate and crazy, or it can be simple. Like again, I feel like part of it is makeup. You can do like a little clown makeup. But I feel like it can also be as simple as like a poofy skirt and like a corset and then makeup, maybe like a hat, you know. I feel like this can go like a variety of ways, whether you like genuinely really like this style and your clothes are very like eclectic and awesome. You can do that. Or if you just have a couple things that are like, yeah, this kind of gives me like clown vibes, you can put those together. So I have a few examples. Yeah, I feel like poofiness and like stripes and like diamond print and stuff, I feel like that gives very like clown or jester vibes. So I'll put my little pictures on the screen now. Next one, I wanted to include this one like a little later because I feel like it's not like the most generic Halloween costume, but it's also not the easiest either. That's why I included it later on. Because I feel like, again, there's a lot of ways this can go. It's just not everyone has like armor in their wardrobe. I don't. I kind of wish I did. That'd be really cool. But I don't know what I would wear it with, or if I would wear it enough to like merit buying it. But if that's you, here's a perfect Halloween costume. You can be like a knight. I think, again, this can be done in a lot of cool ways. And I feel like when I think of knights, obviously I think of like metal. If you don't have like armor, which again, most people kind of don't, I feel like wearing like black under it and just putting like silver stuff, like maybe like chainmail, anything with like medieval sort of like motifs. I don't really know any. I'm just kind of making this up. But like, I feel like you can get a vibe for it, you know what I mean? And I feel like it looks really cool when people do it. I just wish it was like easier to like incorporate like metal and stuff into your wardrobe. But I have a couple different pictures here. Again, this one can also be like a guy costume too, or like a more masculine costume. It's just my examples are not really that, so I'll show my examples. Okay, now we're getting into the like more specific costumes, but the first two are not like a specific character, they're just like a general like universe, I guess. I don't have any pictures of this one, but I just thought of it looking at my inspiration picture. You could do like Ever After High. I'm sorry, if anybody here thinks that, like, Ever After High and Monster High is only for kids, leave. I think it's good stuff. But my inspiration pictures are Monster High, because I like Monster High more, but, again, it's a personal preference. It's Halloween, you can do whatever. But you could be, like, a Monster High character. Again, I feel like this is partially makeup, because, again, these characters are not humans. My pictures are, I think, the first one of the pictures is like Draculaura and Frankie, and then the other one is Claudine. But again, you can do simple makeup for this one, and then if you have like cool dyed hair, you can do that, or you can get a wig. I feel like you could get away with not doing either of those things though, because I feel like the outfit is more what it's about. And again, I feel like even though they have specific outfits, you can like make stuff up, kind of like use your own things, and it'll give the same vibe. So I don't know what else to say about that. I wish I could do this, I just don't have the exact stuff, and I already picked something I'm doing for Halloween. I know I said that I wasn't going to share it, but maybe I will at the end of the video, because it's getting a little hard to keep it a secret. I cannot keep secrets, guys. But yeah, I feel like Monster High characters, there's so many to choose from, and so many of them have like awesome styles. Actually, why did I say so many? All of them do. And I feel like you could go any route with this. You could even do like a gender bend version of them. Like if you're a guy and you want to be Draculaura, I feel like you could still do that. You just gotta make it work. So yeah, I'll put a few pictures on the screen. My next one is also like it's a game. I know a lot of people do Subway Surfers. It's like an easy costume, you know what I mean? Like all the characters have like this like cool vibe, even though they're not wearing anything like crazy. I guess besides the girl that wears like the alien suit. That's pretty cool. But I'm talking about like the basic characters like Jake and Tricky. I was actually Tricky last year. I'm not gonna show a picture because I kind of deleted them all. But it's a simple costume. You just need like white tank top, jeans. I just put red shorts under my jeans. But again, I feel like this can go many ways. Again, there's not an infinite amount of Subway Surfer characters, but I feel like you can get this costume pretty easily. If you already have some of the pieces, you can just thrift the others. Like, I thrifted the like red shorts that I put under. Again, and I feel like this could also be like a really cool duo or like group costume. I think all my pictures, my example pictures are like group and duo costumes, like Jake and Tricky, and then the other one, it's also Jake and Tricky, just with more people. But yeah, I feel like this is a simple costume. Anybody can do it, even if you're not blonde, like Tricky. I'm not blonde, and I didn't even do her hairstyle. Actually, hang on, maybe I did. I don't really remember. But you can be whoever you want. I know that sounds so like, wow, really? Yeah, you can. Okay, I'll put my little pictures on the screen. Okay, now we're into the like more specific characters. I'm gonna start with like an easy-ish one. Mavis from Hotel Transylvania. Oh yeah, I'll give like a little word of advice. I feel like a lot of people would know these characters. Some of them are a little more niche, maybe like one of them. But don't be a character from something you haven't seen. I feel like that kind of goes without saying. But I included most of these because they're from like pretty popular pieces of media, and they're like recognizable costumes. So Mavis from Hotel Transylvania. I feel like that's an easy one. I thought about being her. Maybe I will in the future. But she just wears like a little black short sleeve like dress, and then she has like the black and red striped tights, and then her little Converse and stuff. I feel like it's an easy costume, but it's recognizable. Like you can tell who it is. And again, a lot of people already have like similar stuff, and if you don't, it's easy to like thrift. That's what I do with all my costumes. That's why my costumes are never like super duper specific, is because I try not to like buy stuff that I'm only gonna wear for a costume. I don't know what else to say about that. So you can be Mavis. I'll put my little picture on the screen. Okay, my next one is Jennifer from Jennifer's Body. Again, I don't know if everybody knows who that is, but I feel like it's a fairly popular movie. A lot of people have seen it. And she has a couple of outfits, but I feel like one of the more recognizable ones is the one where she wears like her like white puffer jacket. It has like blood on it, and she has like her red tights. I think it's the outfit she wore to I forgot the bar where she went to meet those like guys from that band, but it was from that night. I feel like it's a fairly recognizable outfit, and I feel like you could do it either like with all the bloody stuff or without. Again, it's a beautiful thing about Halloween. You can just do what you want. But yeah, I feel like that's a fairly easy costume, in my opinion. I wouldn't be able to do it, but I feel like it'd be easy, you know. So I'll put my little examples. My next one is, yes, an anime character. It's Misa from Death Note. I feel like I probably could dress up as her for Halloween if I wanted to at this point, but I don't think I want to because I already picked my Halloween character for this year. But again, I feel like this is simple because her style is very recognizable, and I feel like even if it's not exact, if you have the right stuff, you can tell who it is. You know what I mean? Like if you have like a little black dress, maybe it's like poofy at the bottom, or if you have like a corset and like a skirt and stuff, I feel like that can work. And then if you have like her little gloves, if you want to carry around a fake Death Note, because there aren't real ones that I know of, and then like, sorry, I'm gesturing to my leg, you can't see it, thigh highs, like fishnet ones, and then some sort of cross necklace. I feel like this works if your style needs very like more alternative. Again, I feel like a couple of my things that I bought have been because Misa wore them. It's okay. We're allowed to copy. That's the beautiful thing about media. So yeah, I feel like this is a simple costume, and it's even better when your hair is long and blonde and you can do pigtails. But if it's not, I feel like you could still tell who it was just based off like the silhouette of the outfit. I don't know. Maybe that's my opinion because I just care too much about this, but I'll put my little pictures on the screen now. My last example is, I don't want to say it's like really niche or anything because I don't think it is, but I don't know if a lot of people would know who this is, but I'm including it because again, I feel like it's a recognizable costume. Like if you know who she is, you know. You know? If you know, you know. So my example pictures are, actually no, what am I talking about? The character I'm talking about is Mima from Perfect Blue. I actually watched that movie a while ago. Apparently it came to theaters in my city. One of my friends saw it. I don't know if I'd watch it on the big screen, to be honest. It's kind of a movie that I don't know if I want to watch again. If you want to watch it, though, it is really good. It's just very confusing. I was really confused by the time I watched the end of it, but I think it was a really cool piece of media. Anyway, I feel like the costume is fairly recognizable with, like, the puffy red dress and the, like, white stockings. I'll show pictures, but if you know who this is, I feel like it'd be a really cool costume. Obviously, don't dress up as people you don't know. The main reason I say this is because what if someone who's like a really big fan, me, what if someone who's like a really big fan of the piece of media, they're like, oh my god, I love your blah 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 costume, and you're like, who? I just saw this on Pinterest. It's like, again, I'm not trying to gatekeep media, it's just like, I'm not the name 5 songs guy when I see someone wearing a band t-shirt. I'm just like, you know, I feel like it's a pretty cool piece of media, and only people who would like know who she is would dress up as her. There was a lot of Pinterest examples, which I think was really cool, so I'll show some. Okay, since we've reached the end of the video, now is the time where I spoil what I'm gonna be for Halloween, because I just gave a bunch of ideas, and here's another idea if anybody wants to like twin, I guess. I'm being Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. It's gonna be really cool, trust. I did this one because it's mostly makeup based, and I feel like a lot of the other characters that I would like to be or like dress up as, I can dress up as them on a normal day, but in this situation I can't because that's a lot of makeup and people would probably look at me weird if I just went out in public with all the makeup on. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to say. I guess I'll put some pictures on the board. I feel like a teacher. I'll put some pictures on the board. I'll put some pictures on the screen. If you want to see the pictures, check my Instagram after, like, Halloween. Don't check it now. Well, if you want to check it now, you can, but the pictures aren't there because it's not Halloween yet. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope maybe if you didn't know what you were gonna be, you got some ideas. Or if you're like not one of my subscribers and you're just seeing this video, I still hope I gave you some ideas. Trying to think if I have anything else to say. Not really. If you didn't know what you wanted to be, or if you already knew what you were going to be, maybe it's an idea for next year or the year after it. Because I know some people, they like to plan their Halloween costumes. They're like, okay, this year I'm going to do this. Next year I'm going to do this. That's me, because I wish Halloween happened more often. I know that's like a weird thing to say, but I love dressing up and like pretending to be other people. So I will like get a Halloween costume idea and be like, okay, that's what I'm gonna be this year. And then after Halloween, or like after I already got my costume idea, I'm like, ooh, I should be that next year. So if that's you, we're twinning. Anyway, sorry for my excessive yapping. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.